Mr. Speaker, members and fellow Texans, today I rise in strong opposition to Senate Bill 8, a bill that pretends to be about privacy and safety, but is in truth about fear, division, and distraction. This bill is not about protecting Texans, it's about targeting them. It's a solution in search of a problem, just like one of my other colleagues had stated. This bill proposes sweeping new rules about who can use which bathroom or facility based solely on biological sex. But it does so without evidence that current practices are causing harm. There is no crisis of safety in Texas restrooms. There is no epidemic of misconduct in public locker rooms. Instead, what we have here is a manufactured culture war, written into law. Meanwhile, Texans are facing issues like skyrocketing property taxes, insurance premiums, and utility costs, unaffordable housing, underfunded schools, overcrowded hospitals, and even within my district, grappling with a fentanyl crisis. Yet here we are, spending valuable time and taxpayer dollars debating who can use what restroom instead of how to make life better for all Texans. This is not about privacy, it's about punishment. This bill doesn't just regulate space, it regulates identity, it targets transgender Texans, people who live, work, and love in our communities, and tells them, you don't belong. It punishes political subdivisions, local governments, and schools with civil penalties, which was up to $25,000, but after the last amendment has been increased, if they accommodate people in ways the state doesn't approve of. And it invites everyday Texans to police one another's identities and bodies. That's not safety. That's state-sponsored harassment. SB 8 guts access to justice. The bill includes legal landmines designed to block Texans from challenging it in the courts. If you believe the law is unconstitutional, good luck. The bill says no court in Texas can even consider that argument. If you try to sue, you could be forced to pay the state's legal fees, even if your case is dismissed for technical reasons. That's not justice. This is not who we are as Texans, as leaders. This bill tells some of our most vulnerable neighbors, kids, trans adults, survivors of violence, that their dignity and identity are up for public debate. It tells educators and local leaders they can't be trusted to make decisions for their own communities. And it tells the courts, our last line of defense, that they are no longer allowed to defend anyone at all. These are issues we should be addressing instead. If this legislature is serious about protecting privacy, dignity, and the well-being of Texans, here's what we should be doing. Investing in healthcare, especially in rural areas that are about to lose hospitals, expanding mental health access, fixing our teacher shortage, strengthening the foster care system, really taking care of Texas children, and protecting the rights of all Texans, not just the ones who fit a narrow mold. Because those are the issues Texas families care about, not who's using what restroom in a public building. Let's choose unity, not division. This bill doesn't make us safer. It doesn't make us freer. It doesn't make Texas move forward. It makes the law a tool of exclusion and our courtrooms instruments of silence. We can do better. We must do better. Let us not be remembered as the legislature that spent its time punishing Texans for who they are. Let us be remembered as the body that rose to meet the real challenges facing our state, the kind of challenges that I ran for and got elected to take care of. To those being targeted in this bill, the many that were cleared from this gallery, I see you, I hear you, I stand with you, and will never stop fighting for you, along with my colleagues. I urge all of you to vote no on Senate Bill 8.
Thanks for the shout out, guys.